Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're joining me from around the world. Welcome again back to Moonshots. I've been absent for a couple of months working on a couple of projects, but let's get moving and see what we can find today. Back in 1977, a Russian Olympic coach, Dr. Nicholas Romanov, developed a system for athletes to improve their performance and their movement while reducing their injuries, and what he termed the pose method. And you might not consider yourself an athlete, or at least for the better part, not professionally competitive, but each of us are looking in some fashion to improve our performance at something, and certainly looking to minimize the risks or the occurrence of any injury or downside. So let's see what that might look like using Romanov's universally applied method in your life. The first element is pose. Romanov taught that the first element to having the strongest frame was to ensure that the shoulders, hips, and heels were kept in a straight line. And when you look at your athletic, your life, or your business form, how do you set your structure to enable your highest productivity or performance? And also, how do you position yourself for the effort that you will need to expend or the challenges that you will most likely face? Fall is the second element, and that's to allow gravity to move you before you need to apply your own personal exertion. And this principle engages the phenomenon of natural movement and then accelerating it with effective leverage versus the more common upright stance in running with an occasioned hunched lean. So take a quick check here. Do you just lean into things a little because you feel it unnatural to allow yourself to be fully engaged? Or do you allow the gravity of your intentions to move you forward to your objectives? The third element, pull, introduces this aspect of Dr. Doolittle's animal character, the push me, pull you, in reviewing where your greatest force or power comes from. And since we're either moving away from something, usually a danger or a threat, or towards something, a reward or a desired outcome, do you move frantically to push yourself away from something? Or do you harness the power of your vision to pull you forward with less effort and greater efficiency? And in your own time, I'll let you consider Romanov's method for improved performance in your life. But my theme today is inclined towards the third fundamental and the difference between what moves you versus what drives you. And in this landmark book, Good to Great, Jim Collins identifies the difference that people and organizations who are great have developed, and where most people do what's required to move from a fear, insecurity, exclusion, failure, entrapment, disassociation, the few do more than wit whatever it takes, because they're driven by the vision of something greater than them: sacrifice, humility, selflessness, equality, truth, compassion. If you're feeling that your hard work isn't producing the results that you'd expected or that you believe you should be enjoying, then perhaps make the time to study how you're positioned in your structure. One, to see that your character, your beliefs, your values, your efforts, your thoughts, and your goals are aligned in an efficient pose. Second, to see that you're utilizing all of the resources available to you as you fall with purpose into the tasks and responsibilities required to achieve the objectives you've defined. And third is to see that you are empowering your vision to pull you through distractions and challenges rather than draining your energy running from problems and insecurity. And if you feel that you're not able to define your own method effectively, then reach out and let's have a chat about how I help people redefine the internal conversations that they have and the boundaries that they or others have set for themselves, and start to make permanent progress by becoming uncomfortably comfortable with change. And as always, as you do this, live, love, and serve.